Once upon a time there was a witch who lived in a farmhouse in Davra. One Christmas Eve, while the servant girl in the witch's house was busy cleaning a barrel, the witch took a bottle of witch's cream, put it on her broomstick, got on it and flew out of the chimney. The girl was astonished and wanted to find out what kind of trick this was, so she took some of the witch's cream and applied it to the boat after she got into the dough vat. She flew out of the chimney with the servant girl in the boat and never stopped until she reached Bluecoals. When he got there, many witches and Old Plum had already gathered. When the devil had finished preaching to his followers, he looked over the crowd to see if everyone was there and saw the girl in the dough boat. He did not recognize her because her name was not in the black book. So he asked the witch who owned the farm, "That girl who came after you, perhaps she would like to sign her name in our book?" she called out. "Of course," said the witch, hoping that the servant girl would join them. "She is my servant, and since she came here, she will sign the book." After this answer, old Eric handed the black book to the servant girl and said, "Write your name and sign it, and you will join us." The servant girl took the notebook without hesitation, and on the first blank page she wrote, "I am born of God in the name of Jesus," and tucked it between her own sashes. The devil could never touch a notebook with God's name in it again. At that moment all the witches took to the air, whipping the object they were riding on. Some whipped broomsticks, some baker's paddles or black cauldrons, some whipped dead horses, pigs and even dead people and soared up into the sky. Seeing them fly away, the servant girl whipped her own flying dough boat into the air and followed them. After a while, the witches landed on the side of a mountain and rested for a while, then flew down to the shore of the lake in the valley and took off again, this time over a higher mountain. The servant girl thought that she too could overcome this high mountain, so she continued to follow them. As the dough boat she was riding in leaped off the ground and zoomed over the mountain like a cat over a wall, the girl laughed with joy and exclaimed, "That was a piece of cake for the dough boat." Just then she dropped the black book and the dough boat slowed down and then landed heavily on the ground. Although she didn't sign Satan's book, she had attended Sabbath with him and talked to him. She had to continue on foot the rest of the way until she reached the witches and Old Plum. Stony, muddy roads, snowy mountains awaited him. He had a long way to go.